I wrote a song to explain to my friends why I voted for Donald Trump. If your friends are confused because you voted for Donald Trump, maybe this song will help.
In America, we don't worship government, we worship God.
We face a hostile ideology, global in scope, atheistic in character.
It comes back to power and them seeing those who believe in God are not going to buy into them being that higher power. Our freedom comes from God, no one else. I left the Democratic Party because its leaders reject this truth.
And it's why we proclaim we are one nation under God.
Word that we can be heard, and we'll bring the voices from every culture, creed, and color, bound by faith in this American chance, American stance. We're up against the media's dance with their sleight of hand. Strong man,
There were fine people on each side.
Very fine people on both sides. And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
we need something real, not just all issues to fill. We need a Lincoln or a Luther leading our future. We're tired of this game, being pawns of red and blue states. No more taking their peels, spinning our wheels. We need something real.
President Trump has asked me to reorganize the CDC, NIH, FDA. My uncle was president. The rate of chronic disease in this country was 6%. Today, it's 60%. But we didn't suddenly become lazy and gluttonous. We are being mass poisoned by corrupt industry. And for 19 years, I spent 30 minutes praying every day. I asked God to put me in a position where I could end the chronic disease epidemic. And in August, God sent me Donald Trump.
The media screams, let's keep it clean, then lies conceive, contrive, believe.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things that aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Controlled by profit, but look who's in their pocket. Which one you think is their string puppet like profit?
Let's balance the budget with the people who upped it. Inflation, taxation is a nation's desolation. This election is iteration, a publication, a declaration, not an illusion, but a resolution, a revolution against pollution in the institution. Call the Senate, call the House. We need a hand up instead of a handout, cause redistribution is destitution. Solution Trump.
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We love you.
Okay.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
We need something real, not just all issues to fill. We need a Lincoln or a Luther leading our future. We're tired of this game, being pawns of red and blue states. No more taking their peels, spinning our wheels. We need something real.
America has always been the land of dreams, because America is a nation of true believers. When the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth, they prayed. When the founders wrote the Declaration of Independence, they invoked our Creator 4 times.
I saw President Trump, a dear friend, escape death by mere inches, and my thoughts immediately turned to the book of Isaiah that says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Let me tell you the weapons that they used. First, they tried to ruin his reputation, and he's more popular now than ever. And then they tried to bankrupt him, and he's got more money now than he had before. And then they tried to put him in prison. And then last weekend they tried to kill him, and there he is over there alive and well.
want a person who can show defiance at a traumatic moment and not run away. I'm voting for President Trump because he respects his fellow Americans enough to try to persuade them rather than try to censor them. You hear all of these Democratic Party stooges, these mouthpieces say that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. The real threat to democracy is the attack on the First Amendment.
Our enemy is not our fellow citizen, it is an ideology. There's no middle ground here. Either you believe in censorship or you believe in free speech. You cannot have both.
And Donald J. Trump and I are going to fight for your right to speak your mind, even if we disagree with you, because that's what the Constitution says.
And whether a child is born in the urban sprawl of Detroit or the windswept plains of Nebraska, they are infused with the breath of life by the same almighty creator.
Well, I don't guess that's the whole story, but it's a start.